Hey, kid.
Malko Mashrak Malko Mashri.
I'm talking to you.
Maragosh Mashri, be there in a minute.
Stop that and listen to me.
What do you want from me?
Come here. Very slowly.
Mama told me not to go with strangers.
But she didn't tell you not to call demons. If you want to see her again, listen to me. And now get a move on. Your mother is waiting at the place of execution.
You're a party pooper.
If you don't get a move on, I'm going to turn into a really bad party pooper.
I'm going to tell Mama.
Mashrak.
That's Chiron. He's the one who took that fire demon down.
I always used to feel safe in cities.
I thought the plague was taking, but look, and all thanks to the saviour from the street.
There you are. But where's Skelina?
By the time I got to the fire, it was too late. I'm sorry.
See, please don't talk about it anymore. I'm grateful to you, despite everything. You brought back 2 of my children, and I know I promised you something. Without Skelina, I don't need this anymore.
I wish you strength.
And good luck in your travels.
Those men with the armour that looked like demon skin. I didn't just imagine it.
12 golds? Shit.
Those men with the armour that looked like demon skin. I didn't...
Chiron. Finally, I've deciphered the second ingredient.
You mean you've translated the mysterious writing to mysterious babble?
Maybe your mind has finally grown as big as your mouth. Then I'll be more than happy to leave the last part of the translation for you.
You called Gamut your child. Don't tell me that you're father to us all.
Calandra is not your sister, you know that. I know I sired 3 of the 7. 1 girl, 2 boys, and you are one of those boys.
And Calandra?
She has a different father. He is as shrewd as he is obsessed with Borberad's teachings. 3 women and 4 men. That should be all 7 awakened.
That means this awakened could be my real sister.
Yes. Maybe Falk was your brother, or Gamut, or one of the others. The next ingredient sounds even more sinister. Pluck the root that doth arise from the drops of vilest nightmare and convulsions most pernicious.
Another riddle for us.
I would imagine the heretic Theodore could solve it for us.
The Magus. Yes, he shouldn't be hard to find.
I think I'm gonna leave town. Out to Balaam, wherever.
Those snobs in the uptown don't care whether we eat dirt down here or die on our own shit.
In Rondra's name, drop your weapons! Belhalard Heusenstam, you are in disobedience of the Margrave's orders.
The guard will take care of this scum, your reverence. No need to bother the goddess.
Pull your people back and drop your weapons. This is my last warning.
Chiron, always there when you need him.
What's going on?
Parel thinks he can get away with total insolence. Just sends his people into our territory under the pretense of wanting to negotiate. Ha! Good old Belhalhard sure gave those cartel toadies a swift kick in the arse. But the Metropolitan showed up before we were able to finish them. Parel snuck out of the tunnel, left his bootlicker Ulrich to face the music. I mean, if you were to help just a bit, lad, it would be too bad if we were to lose Belhalhard. And I can't interfere, understand?
You want to use me? Which demon shat in your skull to make you think we were still allies?
Come on, lad, this is war. You can't explain every little thing. Get Belharhard out of this hole, and we'll see how we can set things straight. Is that a deal?
The whole city is in uproar. I get attacked on every corner. The Margrave has to approach the Rondrians as a petitioner. Fergalosh, what's going on?
What's going on? It's about that lizard spawn, and that we choose the Plague Bailiff, no one else, and certainly not Parel. It's about survival, lad, and your having cleared the post of Plague Bailiff is the key to it all.
This is about your old enmity and nothing else.
The Guard must now stand as one, and it needs you, lad.
They offered peace? Did you at least listen to their offer?
Ah, peace. I didn't have to listen. Parel is like the dragon, cunning and deceitful. And everyone who works for him deserves death.
You wanted to use me and now you need my help. Well then, let's see what our alliance is worth. Metropolitan, have your brave warriors come to mediate?
In the goddess's name and on Warwick's behalf.
You're siding with Parel?
This is not about intrigue. These men are guilty. I will not tolerate this kind of turmoil in our city.
Those pigs in the Guard started it. We came to negotiate peace. Chiron, you know these people. Tell the Metropolitan it's the truth.
I don't care who wanted what. We have watched this honorless slaughter long enough. One side has to lose, and the Divine Lioness will ensure that the decision is just. You, Belhelhard, may now choose for yourself and your men. Death or exile.
You have been deceived, Metropolitan. Yes, both have caused their fair share of death and devastation. But the cartel is here for no other reason than to murder Fergalosh. If anyone is to be banned, then it should be the men of the Kreutzer cartel.
Is that true?
You can believe me or not.
All right then, I will trust you on this. In Rondra's name, I, Yarkon of Turgelef, Metropolitan of the Middle Realm, Rondra's chosen in Warunk, proclaim, these men from the Kreutzer Alley are hereby forever banished. You have until dawn to leave Warunk, or you will face the executioner.
Me? Why me?
Until we meet again. Rondrians, we're leaving.
We should crack a barrel, but first take this. And a special allowance, as agreed.
Thank you. I will get back to you. Now I need to talk to Theodore.
I hate to disappoint you, lad. He managed to break out. Ran towards the brothel, of course.
The brothel, so in Kreutzer Alley.
A cakewalk, lad. That pack of thieves will keep their heads down. If you even actually see one.
One more thing. I don't like being used. Got it?
Och, lads, don't be such a stickler. Once a guard, always a guard. We stick together.
Monkeans! Keep
Those
your
assholes in the
city
guard slaughtered
clean!
everyone who wanted to get the food
Whoever
from the armory and
kills a
spread
dozen
it
undead
around.
rats and
Those
delivers them
assholes
to
in the
the
guard
temple
want to spread
shall
it around
receive
fairly,
an
not
entire
just throw it
bowl
out.
of
Azrael's minions show up, there you are too. Amazing coincidence.
Yes, amazing the way you coincidentally lie in wait for me, over and over again.
We're working together. Or should I just rid myself of the gift and watch you bash Calandra's head in?
I'm looking for the second ingredient. And you?
So, the second ingredient, right? That's why you headed for the brothel. Oh, and here I thought we had something serious.
I'm looking for Theodore. Have you seen him?
He's sure to be somewhere near the Thorned Rose. You'd better hurry, before he beats you to the prettiest one.
Why do we have to perform this summoning in Wurunk, of all places?
Time is short. I don't know when Azrael will realize that I stole from her. When she does, she'll come after me. But it will probably be hardest for her to do that in Wurunk. Enemy territory for her. And you know your way around.
I run into you time and again, but we still haven't fought one another.
Perhaps she would give me a chance against you others. But to be honest, I don't want to take that risk. Azrael thinks we just have to meet to be compelled to kill one another. But my new mistress protects me from that. At least, as long as that elf isn't in the vicinity.
You could also work with another of the Awakened, or with Calandra. So why me?
Calandra has nothing I don't. Azrael will soon realize that too. And of all the others, you have the tightest ass and the strongest muscles.
Do you want to make a zombie out of me?
To drive you out of your mind. That could be fun.
You mean you'll wiggle around a bit in your scanty clothing and I'll be your willing slave? Well, you're wrong. My heart is already taken and no demon and certainly no Pactira will change that.
You really mean it? What a pity.
Azrael wants to train Calandra. What exactly should I be imagining by that?
Maybe she's bathing in the blood of virgins or studying carnal lust with young slaves. She certainly won't be studying dried-up old scrolls. Not if Azrael has understood even a hint of what Borbarad's teachings really mean.
You think you've found my weakness. We'll talk again once I've found yours.
If I have a weak spot, it's you, Chiron.
Why did Azrael kidnap Calandra and not me?
She knows the man who brought you up. Him and his sense of loyalty. She knew that you would follow Calandra. Perhaps she thought that Calandra would need more training, or that she would be especially talented. Once in the monastery, Azrael would have converted you to her philosophy, providing one of the other awakened hadn't already killed you.
Like you, for example.
I'll admit, at first I thought about it.
And now?
Not anymore.
You seem nervous.
Azrael is on her way here, and she knows that we want to summon Zul'Goroth.
We're still alive.
Once she's here, that could change quickly, at least for one of us. So, go to the brothel and get your ingredient, and whatever else you want there.
What are you going to do in the meantime? Stand around half naked? At least here you won't be noticed.
I'll take care of the last ingredient. I've been doing that all along.
I'm one ahead of you. Hurry up. We may never see one another again.
Well, if we both die, we'll meet again in the Netherhells. Who knows? Maybe Zul'Goroth and the Dark Mother are neighbours.
And Kalandra would remain, without our gifts.
But with Azrael as mistress, leading her soul around on a string, not the best alternative if you ask me.
I'm not the type to die easily. And you?
I hope that it doesn't have to go that far.
Come on, you get me and my sister together. She's already cold. Come on, you get me and my sister
Adeptus
together.
Theodore.
She's already cold, though.
Either in prison or in the House of Pleasure.
Ad primo. This is currently the last place the executive would allow themselves to be seen. Ad secundo, I am drawn here by purely intellectual temptations. I have discovered an extremely rare phenomenon of demonic provenance.
Time for that later. First, I need your help.
An analysis of your astral power that may be of burning interest to you, young man, but consider the effort, time, temporal impensation.
It's a mystery.
Interesting. Let's hear.
Pluck thee a root that doth arise from drops of vilest nightmare and convulsion most pernicious.
Radix appears Agrimothian narco-fictional in origin, humid hypnotic cohesion with aspects of spasmodic contraction, invocation ingredient possibly substitutable. Sounds like simple mandrake, or with a bit of interpretation according to my newest discovery, the dwelling of a creature from the nether hells, one of Thargunitoth's brood. This tree.
You spoke of mandrake.
A magical plant, extremely useful for alchemical procedures. A humus elemental, actually, but in this case probably demonically perverted. This subject combines influences from Agrimoth, the corrupter of elements, and Thargunitoth, mistress of nightmares. Most unusual.
And how does a mandrake grow?
Mandrakes are usually found under gallows. Their conditions are ideal. At the moment of hanging, the man... fertilizer, if you will. Rather lends the term Mother Earth a whole new meaning, wouldn't you say?
If only I hadn't asked. Right, we chop down the tree and I'll take the roots.
Not so fast. The ladies who offer themselves in the thorned rose like to lay their children to sleep under this tree.
Under a demonic tree.
They have to go about their daily work. Screaming children would scare off the customers. Especially now, where the whores are starving because Fergalosh no longer tolerates clients with unusual desires.
The children sleep soundly under a tree controlled by the archdemon of nightmares.
Well, they are outwardly quiet. The fact that they are actually tormented by horrible nightmares is the other side of the coin. Before we chop this tree down, we should first argue at length about the pros and cons.
You're not serious. I don't want to chop the tree down, I just want a root.
This is a veritable ethical dilemma. I am not willing to ignore this factor.
Get out of my way or I will smack you.
Oh yes, smite the defenseless unarmed scholar. A true challenge for a minuscule mind. But I made acquaintance enough with violence in prison. You will have to cut my throat if you want to get past me.
Or argue with you?
Or argue with me. Back. We are facing a serious moral decision.
42.
What? Does this relate to our discussion?
It is an answer, isn't it?
Get back to the topic.
Too bad people don't like the easy answers.
So then, should the children suffer nightmares and be well fed, or should they sleep soundly and drive off their mother's clients with their cries?
How do we know that the tree does not already have us under its spell? Maybe we are only dreaming this discussion.
It's simple. Thargunitoth would send us a nightmare, not an ordinary dream such as this discussion.
Exactly. A nightmare.
Forgive me, but I have the impression that you find this discussion unpleasant.
Don't you feel the same? Here we are, standing out here, when we could be in there instead.
I beg your pardon?
You seem somewhat out of sorts. Luckily, there's a brothel not far from here.
How is that supposed to help me?
The best cure for confusion. Brings a man back down to earth.
Indeed. You wouldn't mind waiting here a moment, would you?
Take your time.
And a smile upon, regarding our dispute. What have you...
Well, thank you, I have everything I need. And I didn't even have to chop down the tree.
Now that the guard is here, you sometimes even see people from the other towns out here.